Environmental Defense Fund is a nonprofit organization. We created the Investor Confidence Project to build trust in the financial and the environmental results of energy efficiency upgrades in cities, and to mobilize investment, not just one building at a time, but on a citywide and portfolio scale. ICP, the Investor Confidence Project, is a toolkit that can be adapted to any city around the world to help deliver the trust that's needed to attract the investment that will allow energy efficiency to meet its global potential. Buildings are about 40% of all the energy consumption in the world, and up to half of that is wasted. To upgrade a building takes capital investment up front to unleash savings in perpetuity. But to date, the efforts to capitalize on this opportunity have come up short, in part because each building does its math in a different way, making it really hard to aggregate and hard to predict the return on investment. The projects, frankly, look too small and too unique to many of the folks and the investors in the room today. And yet there are millions of buildings around the world that need investment. Imagine with me if there was a way to aggregate all of those projects into an asset class made up of standardized, investor-ready projects. That way to standardize, so far, has not existed until now. The Investor Confidence Project has developed a set of protocols that reduce uncertainty in project planning and in underwriting. Instead of having to become an expert in energy efficiency, investors can now look for the ICP label and know that a project has been screened to ensure that it follows best practices adopted across the energy efficiency industry. Think of the green building plaque, but not for the building, for the investment opportunity. We developed standard protocols for the 6 major building classes common in large cities, from offices to multifamily apartment buildings. And we did this with input from partners across engineering, real estate, and finance to help make sure that our system really works. And now we need your help to bring this to market. As of last year, ICP is operational in the US and Europe. We've launched successful programs and pilots in New York, in New Jersey, in Texas, and in California. And the European Commission has just asked us to create the common underwriting standards across all 28 countries of the European Union. More than 200 leaders in the field are part of our ally networks and our investor networks, including the examples that you see here on the screen. But we need to work with you, with investors, government leaders, and foundations to deploy the systems in the world's great cities and bring investment to the table. If we can do that, we can unleash extraordinary environmental and financial returns. 1.1 gigatons of greenhouse gas pollution avoided. That's the equivalent of all of today's energy demand in China. In Europe alone, this is a 100 billion euro untapped market. We can only stimulate that level of investment with the tools that deliver market-ready, standardized projects. And that's what the Investor Confidence Project does. So join us to connect these projects with the right levels of investment. Vote for the Investor Confidence Project today so we have the support that we need as a nonprofit to continue building the toolkit. And partner with us to transform your cities and your real estate portfolios in the US, in Europe, and especially in the global South, where the growth of cities will shape the fate of our planet for generations. Thank you very much.